white detergent, Brightex. Brightex white detergent, Brightex. For your brightest wash, Brightex. For your brightest wash, Brightex.
Ever since I discovered the secret of Brightex white detergent, my clothes come fresh, bright and clean always. It's mild on clothes and good for my washing machine. Thank you, Brightex.
Brightex detergent cleans deep stains and dirt from your clothes, keeping it fresh and bright so your clothes don't fade. It lasts longer. Brightex white detergent, a quality product from Nasco. Take the Brightex advantage today and keep your clothes fresh, bright and clean.
For your brightest wash, Brightex.
Brightex, for the brightest wash.
It's another beautiful weekend, and this is a shout out to all the happy people. I hope you had a lovely week. It's time for the Nasco Moments radio talk show. And what better way to start your day than with a bowl of Nasco cornflakes? Or if you are a tea person, I suggest you try any of Nasco's cream biscuits. Truly a tasty delight. My name is Hudun Gyang, and for the next 30 minutes, I will be your host. Together we will uncover more opportunities available to us as we continue our quest for the quality life. Welcome back to the Nasco Moments radio talk show, brought to you by Nasco, providing the quality life. And yes, this is the one show that keeps connecting audiences within and around the city of Jos. For our first-time listener, I would encourage you to stay tuned, because this episode has been packaged just for you. On today's discussion, we'll be focusing on personal security. Here to discuss the subject is the CEO of Executive Guards Limited, Chief Edinen Usoroh. You're welcome to our program today.
Thank you.
More and more Nigerians have become awake to the issues of security, and this is one subject that cannot be overemphasized. Internal insecurity is a global issue that many countries are challenged with. Even first world countries such as the US and UK battle one form of internal insecurity or the other. But as it has been rightly observed, the difference between them and us is how they manage their own insecurity challenges. This would stem from the resources they have and how they deploy these resources, the knowledge they possess, and their commendable level of preparedness. Add to this issues of love for country and, in some ways, a shared sense of purpose. It is then clear why strategies to combat insecurity would be more effective there than here. If you look at the Nigerian Constitution, it is expressly stated that the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. However, somewhere in our journey as a nation, Nigerians became less confident in the state to provide them with security. Mr. Usoroh, would you say Nigerians who patronize the services of private security companies do so because your services make them feel safer?
No, because all over the world, you have established private security companies, licensed security companies all over in the US, in the United States of America, in the United Kingdom, all over Europe, and every other civilized place. And so the private security companies are meant to take care of the private security needs of individuals and organizations.
Okay, how long have private security companies been operating in Nigeria, and what was the process that led to their establishment?
I will say that the first privately organized security company maybe it started about 1965-66, and so it's been a long process. And like I said, the private security establishments came in because, other civilized places, you don't see government security, you see a policeman attached to a politician, see a policeman attached to a bank manager or a bank managing director. It's not done. Those are jobs that private security organizations handle.
Okay, you operate a private security outfit. Are your operations restricted to Jos, or do you have branches in other states as well?
We're all over Nigeria.
Okay. In starting your company, what were some of the lapses you observed with other private security companies that you have corrected in your own?
I think the major thing there was trying to professionalize the service, the private security service, making it a career kind of a thing where young people, educated people, qualified people can come in and want to do service in the private security industry.
Okay, to my knowledge, the average private security operative is not allowed to bear arms. Is there a level where this work gets to that your operatives become licensed to bear arms, given the dangers and hazards that the job comes with? Because I do imagine that in some instances, not having arms could be quite limiting.
But the issue of arms is maybe a subject of its own, but permit me to say that countries like the developed ones, the US, the UK, and even South Africa, private security organizations are allowed to bear arms, and we're hoping that with time that will happen in Nigeria.
Okay. Who trains private security operatives, and what does their training entail?
Every security company license is supposed to have a training department and draw up training programs, and then of course the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps it's also there, and we sort of synergize and the issue of training.
I'm curious, if I have a private security operative protecting me, will he be able to take a gun off someone? Is the training that advanced?
It's not about carrying a gun. The thing with gun is the person who pulls the trigger first. And so if a private security guard, well trained, it's able, it's a lot. Handling an attacker such as that is something very simple.
Okay. We have been talking to Chief Edinen Usoroh, a private security consultant and the CEO of Executive Guards Limited. We'll take a quick commercial. More on personal security when we return.
Nasco Cube Sugar. Nasco Cube Sugar. Nasco Cube Sugar. For that sweet taste.
Nasco Cube Sugar is your favorite choice sweetener. Made from natural sugarcane, it is a sweet flavor and provides energy. It can be used in tea, coffee, pap, cornflakes, and a variety of beverages. Nasco Cube Sugar can be taken by anyone at any time of the day. Nasco Cube Sugar is fortified with vitamin A and liquefies very fast.
Nasco Cube.
Nasco Cube Sugar.
Nasco Cube Sugar.
For that sweet taste.
Nasco Cube. For that sweet taste.
Nasco Cube Sugar, another quality product from Nasco.
Welcome back. This is the Nasco Moments radio talk show. Before the break, we were looking at the operations of private security companies, and our guest is Chief Edinen Usoroh, the CEO of Executive Guards Limited. We have looked at private security as a service for homes and organizations. We'll now like to look a little closer at the issue of personal security. On an individual basis, is there a program you run for training individuals to have more than just the basic knowledge about security, which could possibly include self-defense programs?
Yes, we do. We do. I think the thing with security majorly has to do with what you know. And we have programs where we conduct training programs even at homes, at companies, at organizations, get your people together, get your family members together. We can run a program maybe 3-4 days, and some includes, in fact, self-defense techniques. And it's been very rewarding. Those who have had the opportunity to participate in the security awareness training programs.
Okay, so I can just come up and request for that service?
Yes, of course, yes.
Do you also have bodyguard services, such as the ones celebrities and high net worth individuals employ?
Yeah, we do that, both uniformed and those in plain dresses. If you want them visible, that means people will know that this person is carrying a bodyguard. But most individuals, just someone you're putting in a suit, the person may put on a suit or maybe just wear something, it blends in with you. People may think that maybe it's your friend or somebody going out with you, but the guy knows what his work is about.
Okay, something rather more covert.
Yes.
In your experience and given the current state of insecurity in the nation, what are some early warning signals that people could pick up on in order to not only make themselves safe, but to also assist others in keeping safe?
I will say that the problem we've had in the past, like you started doing the introductory part of this program, that of course the Constitution says that the major job of government is to provide security. for the citizenry, agreed. But the issue of security has to be that of the individual. Government provides the apparatus, that's maybe the armed soldiers, armed policemen, and all that. But one, knowing his environment, because the truth of the matter is, no armed robber goes to rob a place just coming from the moon and start shooting. No, they would have gone into some surveillance activities. They've tried to go around the area, and sometimes you see someone park a car, in front of your house, in front of your office, and in a street, and then they will be there 10 minutes, 20 minutes. They'll come out, they'll move, come back, get into the car, drive. The next day they are back, and those are signals one should pick. You are seeing some strange faces. You're seeing people that are not known around the area, and they come in, they try to waste time, they try to look around, they try to move up and down, go to the end of the street, come back, stand somewhere, and all that. Those are signals. And of course, simply put, they are maybe a surveillance activity. And so a good counter-surveillance is for you to be able to pick on such people,
such activities. You need to know who the strangers are.
I mean, you can walk up to the person. Can I help you? You have noticed that you've been here for a long time. And of course, no person with some criminal intent will want that, because already there's a problem. There's a direct eye-to-eye contact. Okay. And of course, a criminal knows that we're coming back here. Supposing this guy runs into us,
he will identify
us, yes.
All right. What are the limits or boundaries of your operations as a private security company? What is it that you cannot do owing to statutory limitations?
Of course, you mentioned one, bearing of arms. Yeah. There are some organizations that will tell their clients that they provide arms, that's illegal. For now, it's not permitted. And we try to let people know, even those who want to maybe apply for arms from the police, maybe for gaming. We advise people to go for proper licensing, get authority of the Commissioner of Police, and like any other private security organization anywhere in the world, there are statutory, regulations. There are regulatory agencies of government, and of course, we subject ourselves to those regulations, and I think that's it.
Do you really see yourself as augmenting the services of other security agencies such as the Civil Defense Corps, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, and even the police?
Of course, yes. Except that, the Nigerian factor. Somebody working for government may think that he knows it all. But some of us, by the grace of God, for me, I'm spending about 29 years now in the security industry. By the grace of God, one has gotten a lot of exposures both within and outside the country. And so security is not just about whether you're working for government or you're an individual, a private security professional. But I think the important is about the security of the state, and that every citizen, like I've said, every citizen, it's the responsibility of every citizen. So the signage is supposed to be there. Fine, we're trying our best. We work together, but there could still be more room for improvement.
Okay, especially since we all have the same goal.
Yes.
Do these agencies see you as partners? Well, you've just said so. Or do you get the sense that you're operating in this terrain all by yourself?
No, we work as partners, especially among the senior level cadres of those in government, maybe the police, the military, the civil defense. Amongst at the senior level, yes, that cooperation is there. And I think we're trying to, with time we will get there.
Okay. You have been listening to the Nasco Moments radio talk show. Before we move into the concluding part of the show, we will take a music break. And when we return, we will announce the winner of last week's trivia. More after the break.
Flavor you may need. Nasco quality biscuits. So crunchy and so creamy. Nasco quality biscuits. It's oven fresh and tasty for the young and everybody. Take a bite and get the feeling that you get what you need. For everybody, take it everywhere you go. Grab the taste of quality. Everybody say Nasco. For everybody, whatever flavor you may need, take it everywhere you go.
from Nasco biscuits today. Nasco cream biscuits, Nasco shortcake biscuits, Nasco cream crackers, Nasco biscuits, the king of biscuits.
Welcome back, listener. It's time for the Nasco Trivia. Now, the way this works is that I'll ask a question, and all you have to do is text the correct answer. This is text-only trivia, which means you can only respond via text message. Last week, we asked listeners the question, what is Nasco's mission statement? As you know, every business has what it holds as its guiding principle, which gives it a sense of direction. This is captured in its mission statement. At Nasco, we dream of a world where people live the quality life. This is probably why some of you thought that Nasco's mission statement is providing the quality life, which is actually the tagline. So the answer to the question, what is Nasco's mission statement, is this. Nasco's mission is to enrich the lives of our customers by providing them with products of superior quality and value, always. And we are glad to announce that we have a winner. If you're listening, then congratulations, Reverend Father Emmanuel Yongten Temswang from Omi Sabongari to Nwada Ring Road. You have just won an assorted gift pack, courtesy of our good friends from Nasco. You are to collect your prize at number 20 New Zaria Terrace off New Crescent Hospital. You can also call 0805 481 2947 for more information on how to receive your prize. Again, the number is 0805 481 2947. Remember, listener, always participate in the Nasco trivia. The next time, it could be you. Here's the question for this week. What are Nasco's 5 core values? What are Nasco's 5 core values? Send your answer to 0805 774 7777. The number again is 0805 774 7777. Here's another useful tip for you. Visit Nasco's website. Please note that the Nasco trivia is a text-only trivia, which means you can only respond via text message. Don't forget to include your name and address when you send your answer. This competition is not open to Nasco staff and relatives. This is the concluding segment of today's show, and we have been talking to Chief Edinen Usoroh, CEO of Executive Guards Limited. Nigeria is said to be on the path to transformation. If we get it right, then cases of robbery and other low-level crimes for which private security companies such as yours provide will be on the decline. But as of today, the current trend of violence is imprinting on the psyche of Nigerians that the government security structure is incapable of guaranteeing the safety and security of its people. The threats today seem to be directed towards security operatives. Have you, in your experience, received threats to your operations either by organized crime syndicates or as a result of the growing threats to security providers generally?
I think the security threats are not just limited to the security agents of government alone. I think to every Nigerian. Again, it's not just particular to Nigeria. It's what's happening worldwide, and you know all the battles going on in the Middle East and even in the US, where you have attackers, someone will get into a shopping mall and begin to open gunfire on people, and you are inside an airplane. Until you land, you don't know whether you are safe or not, and so it's a worldwide thing, and I think it calls for, like I said again, I will need to repeat, where we will take our security into our hands.
Okay, how have these threats modified the way you work?
But again, it has somehow helped in the sense that an average Nigerian now, when you talk about security, I remember when I was a young man, I did my youth service in a private security company, and but when you're talking to someone working in a private security company, I said, why? And nobody saw it as being anything important. But I think the security situation worldwide now has brought it to the consciousness of everyone that, look, I need to be careful. You are going out, you look at the way you dress, you look at all the trinkets, the jewelries you're putting on, you are conscious. Sometimes you may have maybe a fleet of cars. You decide, you try to blend, depending on the area and the environment where you're going to. Yes. Okay. So it has helped.
In carrying out your work, how important is it for you to have access to intelligence reports? And in stating this, do you have ready access to intelligence services? We would imagine that some of the intelligence reports they put together could be useful to operations such as yours.
I think you should be aware that in Nigeria, that this is not official, but somehow even amongst the government security agencies, there's this necessary rivalry where cooperation, collaboration seem not to be at its best. So not to talk about when you bring in the private security industry.
Okay.
But like I always say, like in the United Kingdom, every Thursday, all the MDs of private security companies have a meeting with the Metropolitan Police Commissioner every Thursday.
So we look forward to having something like that in the future. We're looking
so forward to having something like that, and not one man thinking that. I mean, it's funny. I mean, that's the Nigerian situation, but we're hoping that we'll soon be getting there, because what is happening in our country has also helped. Most of our government security officials are having exposure. They are having collaboration with security agents from other countries, mostly maybe the United States or United Kingdom, and so it's somehow I believe that with time it will change. That no individual, no single security group of government has all the knowledge, has all the ability to handle the security of Nigeria.
Okay.
It has to be done by Nigerians.
All right, we've done...
Maybe at different levels.
I suppose. We've done a little of this, but I don't think it's too much. Could you offer us some more personal security tips, things we could apply practically from day to day, whether at work or at home, given that not everyone can afford the services of your company?
No, it's all right. We charge for this, but we just give maybe some few tips. I think the one I know most people do, those who patronize ATMs, go to ATM points to withdraw money. What we tell our clients, those we work for, is if you must use an ATM, do that in the daytime. Do it in the daytime. You can go into a banking, area, daytime, not night. And somebody will say, oh, if you run short of money, then you sleep. You sleep, because the truth of the matter is that, like a place like in Jos, many people are being victimized at ATM points. They are being robbed at ATM points. One, where would they go to report? I mean, you may not know about it. And so the next day, another person is victimized, maybe at the same point. So what we advise is that if you must use an ATM service, why not do it during the daytime? Or if you must do it in the night, go to areas that are not lonely. Areas that are not lonely. Even amongst banks, there are some certain banks that at night, it's not in an area that there's a lot of movement. And so it becomes very quiet. So do it in places that are open and with lots of movement of people, but mostly in the daytime. Okay. And then again, of course, people should learn not to talk too much. You don't discuss your security information, your home security, your personal security. Some people, they maybe just manage to buy a good door, maybe a security door, and of course, maybe they want to massage the ego. They'll be announcing it, and of course, there's no door that is too strong to be broken into. It's just that the time,
it will take time to do it.
So don't discuss your personal security information. Whatever you're doing, you have maybe some security systems in your car. There's no need broadcasting them, because what you do, you're just telling someone who may be motivated to maybe victimize you to know that this and this and this kind of security is in this particular car. And so the person will know that if the car is parked somewhere, he will want to at least trail you to a point that he will have that number of hours, that number of minutes.
How long it will take to plan an operation.
To carry it out.
All right, that has been very, very interesting information. Today we've been talking personal security, and our guest today has been Chief Edinen Usoroh, CEO of Executive Guards Limited. We're very grateful to have you in the studio today.
Thank you
very much. As we recognize the successful campaign waged against the Ebola virus disease in Nigeria, we continue to urge you to observe the basic preventive measures such as washing your hands under running water with bleach or soap simply as a preventive measure. It's been another very exciting episode of the Nasco Moments radio talk show, and as always, we thank you for listening. Remember to stay in touch with your favorite household brand. Visit www.nasco.net and follow Nasco on @Nasco Group. The Nasco Moments show has been brought to you by Nasco, and it was created by Unimark Limited Marketing Communication Consultants. Executive producers, Nasco Marketing Department. Producers, Harun Audu and Joshua Tongman. Until we come your way again next week, remember to stay vigilant and report any suspicious person around you. I am your host, Hudun Gyang. Keep living the quality life.